Nude it all out. Look at it, so salty. Hi, Iris. Did I pronounce your name properly? Hi, Tubular Kid. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Bekra. I'm great, how are you? Matthew. Hi, guys. What's up? It's Friday. I always, end up broadcasting on Friday. Thank you for the 10 likes. Matthew, thank you for the 10 likes. Michael, thank you for the 10 likes as well. Hey, Dan. Alexis, thank you so much for the 400 likes. I am just drinking, well, it was warm earlier, but my warm lemon water. Zachary, thank you for the applause. Hi, guys. Thank you for the 10 likes. Thanks for inviting your fans. But yeah, it's just lemon water. It used to be warm. I didn't drink that much water today. I filmed a mukbang and that video was fun. So I didn't really drink that much water because I was drinking other things. Brett, hi! Thank you for the 100 likes. I'm great, how are you? Today's been so productive. Thanks for asking, Rainbow. Brett, thank you for the applause. We're 16 girls. Illusionist, thank you so much for the 50 likes. If you guys are on YouTube, make sure to click the link in the description box to come over here to YouNow so we can hang out. And it is live on YouTube, but I can't read what you're saying in the chat because it's on YouTube and I'm on YouNow. So click the link over there, and also you can just read what other people are saying as well. And you can just read for context purposes for stuff that we're talking about. Marcel, thank you so much for the 100 likes. Chillin' Dan, thanks for the avocado. I love that. Avocado pear. The pericado. Thank you so much for the 10 likes. Charles, thank you for becoming a fan. Are there new stickers? Because what is this avocado pear and this heart? I'm loving them. Hey, how are you? Rick turned himself into a pickle. Hi, Matthew. Oh my goodness. Are these new on YouNow? I love them. Did they update? I love this. Oh wait, I can't because I'm okay. Well, after this. Also, speaking of which, make sure to use your free spin as well so it can help us out on the broadcast. We were 16th in girls and now we're number 20, which is really, really sad. So use your free spin because it can help out this broadcast. But I was beginning to say that after this broadcast, I'm going to use my free spin. And also, I'm going to check out what's in the gifts section because I can't see it now. These stickers, what's going on? I love it. I would love to do a collab with other YouTube. I would love to do a collab with that vegan couple and Supreme Banana. That'd be so fun. Charles, thank you so much for the 50 likes. I know, I love the stickers. Updating, finally. I feel like they weren't, I was complaining about that in, a recent broadcast. I was like, why isn't it updated? A collab with Shane, that would kill me. That would be everything. Oh my god. That would be... Oh my goodness. I would die. Vegan for life. Thank you for the pericado. That's okay, Rainbow. Thanks for using your free spin. I really appreciate it. No, I haven't talked to Freely in a while. It's not like we stopped talking for a reason. It's just we would talk every now and then, but it wasn't conversations. Sometimes, but it's just a pass by type thing. if that makes sense. I accidentally sprayed salt mist, sea mist on my face. Oh my goodness. For my hair, but I accidentally sprayed it on my face and I was like, oh my goodness, this is spraying really nicely. Because like I have this other toner and it doesn't spray as evenly. And then I sprayed the sea mist that I talked about in my video that I posted today. By the way, check out my new video that I posted, youtube.com/Sorsha. So good. Thank you, Brett. I would love to collab with Trisha. Sean, thank you for becoming a fan. But yeah, so what was it about? I forgot. Do I watch TV? Well, no, not cable, but I watch TV shows. Chillin' Dan, thank you so much for the 10 likes. I am 22 years old. Vegan for Life, thank you so much for the 50 likes. Chlorophyll doesn't have any side effects. No, it's only positives. I heard that, like, it helps with your skin and stuff like that. Really films the footage and gets... Wait, she has an editor? I'm not doing any guesting today. Living for the scream. Chillin' Dan, thank you so much for all these stickers. They're so fun. Any tips on switching to veganism? I tried a couple years ago, but got really sick after a month, so I went back to eating meat. I have a lot of videos on it, but basically, what did you eat? No. I'm gonna stay here. Hassan, thank you so much for the 100 likes. Brett, thank you so much for the 10 likes. How does she run her social media out there? She's the internet. That's how. She's not, like, actually off the grid. But yeah, so what were you eating when you were eating plant-based? The only thing I ever worry about since being vegan is getting enough calcium. I don't think that should be a worry. Mac Wallace, thank you so much for the 50 likes. Like, what are you eating? Who's A? I don't know. I forgot I'm Pretty Little Liars. Chloe, thank you so much for the 50 likes. I try to stay away from meat. My family are always making food with meat. Yeah, then just make your own food if you can. Marcel, thank you so much for the 500 bars. You guys, the chat's going, it's getting like so slow. Who's Clarence Kennedy? I'm so confused. It's not actually being vegan that is hard, but where do you find all the products and ingredients? At the grocery stores. What do you mean, Zachary? I'm confused. Because it's not like there's special foods, it's just plant foods. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to, like, be eating, like, vegan meats and cheeses and stuff like that. That's a whole different story, which I don't consume. My nose looks crooked. But if that's, like, the kind of stuff that you're into, then just do your research. And, like, call around, Google, all that kind of stuff. Dan, thank you so much for the 50 bars. Vegan Kindness is my go-to place for products. Is that online? Has chlorophyll helped? Chlorophyll is so good. Marcel, what brand did you get? Like sweatshop free clothes in food places outside of Whole Foods, because they're, well, then just thrift. Zachary, just thrift. Because I know sweatshop free clothes can get expensive, but that's just because it's fair wages and it's like, actually, stop. That's so rude. Don't growl at her. Because that's actually how it should be. And unfortunately, it makes it more expensive. So yeah, I suggest thrifting. Evolve. Don't eat it all. Live. Oh my goodness. Like breatharianism. Chlorofresh. Who's the unflavored one though? I love that one. I think it tastes like mint. Try the mint one next. Cause I find that the unflavored one even tastes like mint. So try the mint one. But I think it's so good. Especially you might be putting too much in the water. Like the water ratio to the chlorophyll might be too low. So you have to like up the water and lower the amount of chlorophyll that you put in there. Because it might be too much. You know what I mean? Live off the sun. That's cool. That seems affordable. We're gonna finish this gallon. Even though this gallon I started yesterday. Or maybe this morning. I don't know. Was it yesterday? I don't even remember. Red Velvet Chlorophyll. Yeah, try that and let me know how it goes. Let me know if you like the mint one. Oh, and then also try more water, less chlorophyll. A lot of people even just do, like, for example, they'll drink a gallon of water a day, so they'll drink it out of these things, which is a gallon, and they'll do, like, 5 drops of chlorophyll for it, and that's really, really tiny compared to, like, a gallon of water. So you might be doing too much to where the chlorophyll's, like, really, really strong. I can handle it. I don't mind it. I actually really, really like it, which is weird because everyone was like, oh, it's so gross. But I'm like, what are they even talking about? And I was afraid to try the unflavored one, and that's all they had in stock. And I usually had the mint one, but I tried the unflavored one, and it's really good. Chlorophyll is just like the green pigment from plants, I believe. It's from plants, but it's basically plant blood. And it has, like, benefits to it. I don't know. People suggest it for, like, your skin health, so why not? Drinks chlorophyll from the bottle. I probably would do that. Like, straight from chlorophyll in my most recent mukbang that I posted on Wednesday. Jason, thank you for becoming a fan. Vegan chicken broth. Yes, illusionist. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad there's someone else. I love broccoli stems. They're so much better than, like, the actual, like, head of the broccoli, I guess it would be called. They taste so much better. Ugh, they're so good. Oh, I need to get some more cilantro. Oh, I froze my cilantro by accident. And being taught it about chlorophyll. Yeah, that girl from Mars, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for the 50 likes. Yo, beep, 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 boop. Hey, as a vegan, what are, on the Cheetah Girls, I loved them. I had, like, I think I had at least one album. I love movie soundtracks. They're so good. Like the House Bunny one and Princess Diaries. I miss, like, movie soundtracks being sold. Not like CDs, like, that's just stupid, but, like, I love that concept of, like, a playlist of, like, music that was played on a movie, so you get the whole vibe. Thank you for becoming a fan. You didn't get notified? Ugh. That's so annoying. 50 Shades was a bop. I'm obsessed with broccoli too. I'm obsessed with peas even more though. The Barcelona. I didn't like that one that much. I liked the first one the best. Just the classic one. It was just too international. But I liked the first one. Wow, that was an actual thing. We all want a vegan planet, but do you think we will one day get that, as in make it illegal to consume? I don't know. That would be interesting. Who knows? We'll have to see. A makeup routine. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited that you asked me that, because I definitely do want to do that. I was just thinking about that right before I went live. So I might have to do that more recent than I thought. So it's always changing. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna wait until it's perfect, but it's never gonna. I'm always gonna be changing it regardless. So, yeah, I think I'll do that. It's whatever. It's not gonna be amazing, but it's definitely going to establish everything that I use and how I use it. But it's not gonna be I don't know, because I feel with all the products and stuff like that, it's gonna be weird in front of kids. It might actually not be that bad. My hair tutorial didn't turn out that bad, and for me experiencing doing that, it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? Without a mirror, I think I just used the viewfinder. So we'll see. Yeah, they do have new stickers. I got so excited. I have heard broccoli. Today's a good day. I finished my last lecture of third year. And congratulations! That's such a relief. Make sure to use your free spin, you guys, if you haven't, so it can help out with this broadcast. And we can get in the top 10 in girls. We're 16 in girls. Let's get in the top 10. Let's make it happen. Also, if you're on YouTube, make sure to click the link in the description box so you can come over here to YouNow to read what other people are saying. Damn, thank you so much for the 1,000 bars. 3.5 million vegans. I know, I heard. I got something on Instagram today. Well, I didn't get something. I was scrolling through Instagram. Was it? I don't know who it was. But I was really, really impressed. It was 7% of the UK is now all vegan, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Trinity, that's cool. Yes, I do, Dan. I think from all of them, I believe. Vegan is a joke. It's a joke to care. Oh, wow. Just 2 essays, exam, and presentation, then I'm fully... Oh my goodness. That's so good. I'm so happy for you, Chloe. That'll be really nice. What are you going to do afterwards, once you graduate? What are your next, group of activities to take on? Do you have advice for working as a minor? I don't know, just find a job that pays well. The best. Imagine what cows talk about. Why honey is bad? Well, first of all, they artificially inseminate the queen bees so that they produce eggs. Yeah, bees lay eggs, right? Sacks of eggs. So they create babies and more bees to work for them. So they're artificially inseminated. And in order for them to be artificially inseminated, they have to get semen from male bees, and they have to crush the male bees to death, squeezing the semen out of them, and they forcefully inject it into the queen bee. And queen bees are sold online as property for human benefit and greed. And so they're shipped in the mail in a little box with tiny little holes in there, a bee that's supposed to fly around and be free in nature. is shipped in a tiny box. And once the bee arrives, often beekeepers will clip her wings because they don't want her to fly away, because if she flies away, then the worker bees will not work unless they have a queen. And beekeepers cannot have that because they need to make profit off of the bees' hard work in their bodies and their food, because the honey is actually their food. And they fly miles and miles and miles every single day to get the pollen and produce the honey, and the honey, before it becomes honey, is regurgitated 9 times. So they throw it up and they take it back in again, and then throw it up, take it back in again, throw it up like 9 times before it becomes honey. And the honey is actually their food that they live off of, and it's also the food that they feed to their young, and the honeycombs are, that's their home. The beehive is their home, where they raise their young and do their bee thing. And during the winter time, well, before winter time, when winter is coming, they often set the hives on fire or gas them to save on money. I don't know exactly why it saves on money, but yeah, so humans just kill their homes and take that away from them, and just because they want the honey. It's just really, really exploitive and not cool. Yeah, it is a bug, but you also do realize that if they were to go extinct, our whole system would collapse. But if humans were to go extinct, then the whole planet and those on the planet would benefit. So you can say that it's a bug all that you want, but you're just a human. And if your species, our species, were to go extinct, the whole planet and those on the planet, all the other species, the sentient species and also the plant species, would benefit. But if a bug such as bees were to go extinct, the whole system would collapse. So without them, we're nothing, but without us, everything's better. So they're not just a bug. Yeah, Einstein said, if the bees go, we go. Yeah, it makes the world go round. Humans don't do anything for the planet. We're not special. Bugs are a lot more special to this planet. We would not be able to have all the luxuries that we do have, that we don't realize that we have, if we didn't have bees. So they may just be a bug, but they're extremely important. So if anything, we're just humans, and we're really not extremely important at all. If anything, we're the cancer to this planet. Adopt you. Treating every living being on the planet with respect and compassion is the least we can do. Exactly, illusionist. But yeah, you can just see them as just a bug. That's fine. But don't take their food and exploit them, maybe, and artificially inseminate them and support that and put your money towards that. I mean, you could do whatever you want to do, but that's just kind of a messed up move, if you ask me. How do you feel about Blair White, the whole quitting veganism video? I didn't watch it. I don't really know the full story on it. So I don't know. March for Our Lives calling people with opposing opinions on gun control trolls. Well, it depends on their opposing opinions and what they say. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I can see how it could be like valid to call them trolls, but maybe they really do have a valid opinion that they did think about, and they're not hating, and they're not being rude, and they're not being illogical. So calling them trolls then wouldn't be cool, but maybe they are actually trolls, you know? A very special bug. Ruinhead, what's up? It scares me when bees die off just because of how much we rely on them for. I know, exactly. It's crazy. And like, even with bees, like it affects the plants that we eat. Not just plants in general, but the plants that we eat, and also plants that animals eat, and those animals that people eat. So it's going to affect that as well. So it's not just going to affect vegans and those who love like fresh fruits and vegetables and plant foods, which are, you know, people who aren't vegans still eat a lot of plant foods, and we all just need them to survive, because even if we were eating animal products, those animals that we're eating the flesh and secretions of, they still have to eat something as well, and, you know, it's a whole system. Hi, Isa. No, I would not allow invading mice to run free in my home. I would get a humane trap so that it would trap them and there would be nothing to poison them or anything like that or hurt them. Just trap them, take them out, put them outside. That's what I would do. But, you know, that's like, obviously, I don't want, just because I'm a vegan doesn't mean I want animals and bugs all around me. I'm going to defend myself and I'm going to do it in the most ethical way possible. I'm going to do the best with the situation that I've been given. Trinity, thank you for becoming a fan. We can eat lion's meat also and survive. Yeah, that's true. We definitely can, but lions have to eat something, and they don't eat plants, but they do eat animals, and those animals that they eat plants. So bottom line is it goes back to the plants. So either way, we need those plants, so we need those bees. Hi, Peter. What's up? What do I say to people that say you kill bugs, etc., with pesticides on your plants? I mean, if you're talking about the plants that I eat, then it's just about doing the best that you can in the situation that you've been given. Not all the time I can afford organic, and even then it's still not perfect. I don't know exactly the condition of every single plant food that I got, even if it says organic and it says all these marketing terms on there. I don't know, but I'm still choosing the best option depending on each moment and depending on what is best. You know, I'm not just gonna be like, oh, whatever. But at the same time, I'm not gonna stress about it to where, like, it drives me crazy. If I don't eat meat, I will lose my... No, you won't. Bye, Beep Boop. Good to see you. What would I do to get rid of invading ants? I don't know because I have never experienced that before, but there are a lot of natural, holistic ways to get rid of bugs and stuff like that. I believe that Marcus Rothkranz has a really good video on that, on all different types of bugs. I think peppermint oil is really, really good, and they just get away from the area because they don't like it. So that's what I would do. Nobody can live a completely harmless life. Yeah, exactly. But that doesn't mean we should... Exactly, Marcel. This girl in my comments on Instagram is like, you vegans are such hypocrites. She's going back and forth with people, and it's weird because she's not even tagging them. She's commenting as if it would be like Facebook on a post where you get notified when someone comments. You know what I mean? And so she's saying that vegans are such hypocrites because we're saying all this stuff from phones that were created with using slave labor and all that kind of stuff. So just because, you know, there's things in our lives that, I mean, even nothing's perfect, but just because there's things in our lives that aren't the most ethical, does that just mean that that just gives us an excuse to just cause all the harm that we can, rather than just find areas in our life where we can cause less harm? Like, no. It's not a go big or go home situation here. It's about doing the best that you can in the situation that you've been given. And it's the easiest thing to do is cut out animal products. It's not the easiest to get rid of your car. It's not the easiest to get an electric car. It's not the easiest to get an ethical phone. I don't even know if that exists, or a laptop. It's not the easiest to not have electricity. Like, we can't function in society that way. But we can function in society by cutting out animal products. That is so easy. When it comes to the food that we consume, the clothes that we wear, the products that we use on our face and our body and our hair, all that kind of stuff, that's so easy. But when it comes to other things, it's not the easiest. There's literally nothing wrong with eating animal products. Okay, Ryan. You can just say that all you want. But it's not a fact. That's like saying, I know you don't fully understand it, but coming from someone who has done the research and has seen it firsthand and has heard about it as well from other people, not just from my own perspective. That's like saying, what you just said is like saying, there's nothing wrong with supporting Hitler mentality. There's nothing wrong with oppressing people because they're not me. So there's nothing wrong with oppressing them. And I know that sounds like crazy and out of this world, but watch Earthlings. It's on YouTube. It's free. Check it out. Jill, it's good to see you. No worries. I think it makes the broadcast interesting. You know what I mean? We can have discussions. Veganism is ideal, not the reality. It is the reality. What's ideal is living completely ethical and causing no harm whatsoever. But veganism is about causing the least amount of, it's about doing the best that we can in the situation that we've been given. And veganism is the least that we can do. It's not the most that we can do. But veganism is the reality. So it's not just ideal, it's the reality. It's easy. You know, I'm not talking to people in rural areas. Like, those people are not sitting here watching some silly girl talk on the internet. Like, that's so ridiculous. I'm talking to people who have a lot of privilege and have a lot of time on their hands and have a lot of access to plant-based options. And it's the same thing even with clothes. When people are like complaining about that, then thrift. It's a lot more affordable, and it's eco-friendly, and it's ethical for humans and animals. Well, humans are animals, but you know what I mean. Would it be okay to eat it? Well, I mean, if you were trying to survive, yeah, of course. But if you weren't, I feel like that's disrespectful. Just like if, like, what if, okay, for example, I can't use it as an example if we're going to eat our own kind because that would just be cannibalism. What if someone that you cared about died and, like, animals, you just, like, didn't care. You just, like, let animals just eat their body. And we were civilized. Wouldn't you feel like that's kind of disrespectful? Yeah, exactly, that girl from Mars. Oh my goodness, that's a way better, it's a way better example than mine, thank you. Yeah, what if your dog died? Would you eat your dog? Even though your dog is dead and your dog had a great life and your dog died naturally, would you eat your dog? Maybe if you were surviving and it was survival, but I mean, come on, we're here on the internet and I'm talking to you for like miles and miles and miles away, maybe all the way across the world through this thing, this camera, and it's going online and I'm talking to you through it, and normally I wouldn't be talking to you. We're completely civilized, so there's no reason for us to eat another animal for survival. That's totally rude. Yeah, dogs are on the menu in some countries, we get that, but that doesn't justify it. You know, in other countries, it's legal to cause harm upon other humans, sexually, killing, murder, all that kind of stuff. Like, it's legal. That doesn't make it okay. That doesn't justify it. Yes, Chloe. Chloe, Trinity, if you didn't catch what Chloe said, but Chloe said, just because your family eats meat doesn't mean you should, but I get it being hard as you'd be living with them. Meat is so important. Minerals like zinc. Zinc is in plants. Like, just Google plant foods that have zinc in them, or plants that have zinc. There are so many. It's so easy to get zinc. I'm not deficient in anything. I've been vegan for like 7 years. I'm not deficient. And I'm not deficient in zinc. Cody, I'm not deficient, as if there's only one thing that you can be deficient in. I don't have any deficiencies, and I'm not deficient in zinc. Cody, thank you so much for the 100 likes. Yes, Zachary, look at you. Some humans still discriminate against, oh yeah, for sure, illusionist. Definitely, there's so much discrimination going on. It's not just animals, non-human animals that get discriminated upon. It's also humans, for sure. But more humans recognize that, so that's not the fight that I'm going to be fighting, because it's already covered by a lot of people. I wouldn't say enough, because there's never enough people fighting against oppression, but I want to talk about really the minorities, you know what I mean, that less people are talking about and less people are fighting for, just because that's what I feel is right. As that girl from Mars. Also, if you have some vitamin C, so can't talk. So some kind of food that has vitamin C as well with the iron, then you're going to be able to absorb the iron even more. That girl from Mars, that's so great to hear. May, thank you for becoming a fan. Yeah, the voiceless. When I was vegetarian and my mom wasn't, it was difficult, but luckily she went vegetarian. Now we are both vegan. 6 months. Vegan next week. Tell your mom I said hi. That's so cool. Hey, Adam, what's up? I'm the only vegan in my family. It's been hard to bond over food in the past 2 years. We're finally bonding over veggie lasagna. Sammy, that's great. Have you tried my lasagna recipe? It's so good. I want to make it. No, be nice. She can jump up on the couch. I only eat meat on like a night out or something. That's definitely a step in the right direction. That's not ideal, and that's not the end goal. At least it shouldn't be, because it's still supporting those industries, and it's still supporting unnecessary harm and death upon fellow sentient beings. But that's still a start, you know? Your DNA was built on eating other animals. I really don't care. That doesn't mean that it's healthy. I can eat Cheetos and McDonald's all day and I can still live and survive. That doesn't mean I'm going to be healthy. Adam, thank you so much for the 500 bars coming through. Thank you. But yeah, that doesn't bother me. Okay, that was for survival, but now we're not surviving. And we have the option to choose cruelty-free, harmless options that are also a lot healthier for us. Animal products are linked to 14 of the 15 leading causes of death. And when people switch from consuming those animal products to consuming whole plant foods, veganism, because veganism isn't always healthy. It can be healthy, but it can also be unhealthy. But when they switch from consuming animal products to whole plant foods, that's the only diet proven, well, lifestyle change, proven to actually reverse and heal the human body. So reverse diseases and illnesses that were life-threatening and now no longer are within the person's body because they stopped consuming those things that caused those problems in the first place. Not all the time it happens, but most of the time it does. And that's the only diet proven to do so. There's no one that actually switched from consuming more animal products and got healthier and healed their life-threatening disease and illness. Reverse into a fetus. I know, Zachary. What I just said, basically. Thank you for becoming a fan, Runehead. Do I have any more conspiracy theories like the Just Mayo video you did? Oh my goodness, that was like a conspiracy theory, now that I think about it. I forgot about that. No. The only one was like the mattress firm video. I don't know, maybe I'll explore another one. I like exploring them. I think that's really, really fun. Just because Shane Dawson gets me into them, so who knows, maybe. If you know of one and you want me to explore it, I definitely might. I think it'd be cool to do, like, I don't know if anyone watched Joey Carbstrong's one of his most recent videos. I don't know if it still is his most recent video, but he went into a dairy farm. It was shot so well. Like, what's going on? Like, how is this? I don't know. So I'm gonna do that. I do the money laundering conspiracy. Yes, that was it. She's right here on my lap. Can't go wrong with lasagna. I love it so much. I failed vegetarianism jumping into it. Now I managed to go vegan without craving animal products. Yes. Adam, that makes me so happy. Adam said, I always learn so much about the vegan lifestyle in these broadcasts. I love it. I love that. That makes me really happy. I'm glad that I can help within these broadcasts. Because I know my videos recently haven't been really talking about veganism. Obviously, it still has that undertone to the videos, but it's not the main thing. I'm just kind of switching it up and trying new things, and I'm glad that I can help with broadcasts and stuff. Yeah, I definitely want to do like vegan pancakes. She put her head in between my side and my arm. She's just hiding from the world. Off world, speaking of world, thank you so much for the 1,000 bars. That girl from Mars, thank you so much for the 10 likes. What's a place that has colder weather and is liberal? I have no idea. Do I eat plant-based sausage and other similar? No, I really don't. I stay away from the processed things. Just because I can't eat overt fats. My digestive system is just not good for that. And usually those things have a lot of overt fats in them, and also refined fats too, just because of the oil. I stay away from oil especially. And I eat high carb, low fat whole foods, meaning that I don't eat things that have ingredients in them, if that makes sense. So I eat like potatoes and not potatoes as an ingredient. I eat the whole food. So I eat like potatoes and rice and corn and bananas and fruit and vegetables and stuff like that. But yeah, plant-based sausage. Trinity, you gotta try different brands. That girl from Mars, thank you so much for the 500 bars. But yeah, Trinity, try different brands because chocolate is vegan. It's not that it's vegan chocolate that you don't like. Maybe you're just having dark chocolate, but it also depends on the brands, like I said. But usually dark chocolate, even if it doesn't say vegan, is usually vegan because chocolate itself is vegan. But usually the milk chocolate isn't vegan, but there's vegan milk chocolate out there. So maybe it's just because you're having dark chocolate because it happens to be vegan. A lot of them do. And you're just like, oh, I don't like this. It's not sweet enough. I don't know what it is. But definitely try different brands and try vegan milk chocolate. I prefer the dark chocolate, but there are so many different brands out there. I did a video where I was eating like over $100 worth of chocolate, and it was a ton of different brands. So check out that video and see what interests you. Chocolate isn't necessarily high in fat. It's usually the cocoa butter that is in the chocolate. Chocolate itself isn't high in fat. It's not low in fat either, but it's really not that bad. So for example, if you were to have cacao, it's fine. But opinion on soy boys? On soy isn't bad. I mean, if you're eating animal products, you're consuming even more soy than those who are vegan. Molly, thank you so much for the 50 likes, because those animals that you consume the flesh and secretions of eat a lot of soy. And that's going into their body, and their body is going into your body. So you're consuming a lot of soy as a non-vegan. So you're eating more soy than vegans are. So I don't really have an opinion on soy. Soy is not really that bad. I would say that processed foods are bad. So if you're eating like processed soy, yeah, just like processed fats are bad. Processed sugars, processed foods, all that kind of stuff is bad, are bad. Tesco's own brand labeled as vegetarian have a vegan brand just because there may be milk contamination. They have to legally label it vegetarian. Well, that's good. But yeah, I don't mind the milk contamination because it's just the same like equipment, you know, and we don't live in a perfect world. It's not like it actually is in the product, and it's required it's required to be in the product in order to produce the product. You know, that's where there's a problem. But if it was just on the same equipment, who cares? Unless you're allergic to it. then it could be bad. Soy. I'm not gonna read that. Just put the definition in the chat. Hi, John. I'm neither. Do you have a video about my journey to veganism? Illusionist, I definitely do. I haven't made an updated one, but I do. Just search vegan journey, and I probably talked about it in my vegan transition tips video, or how I went vegan. I do have an Instagram, Adam. It's just Sorsha Morava, SORSHAMORAVA. I actually just posted a new photo about 2 hours ago, and it's a giveaway. So check that out. But yeah, that's my Instagram. May contain milk products, still vegan. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are, because I'm pretty sure that may contain milk means that it was processed on the same equipment, or processed even just in the same building as something, as another brand or another product that, you know, contains milk. So they just say that so they don't get in trouble, because there might be some cross-contamination, but that's not that big of a deal. It's not like it's actually in the ingredients. Hi, Corey. It's good to see you. I'll try the vegetarian lifestyle, then when I'm used to it, then try the vegan lifestyle. Yes, Trinity, that's amazing. That's what it's all about, is having the vegan end goal and like working your way towards it. This is like, it's not, oh no, this fell. Did everyone catch that? There. Thank you for becoming a fan. I'm great, Corey. How have you been? Males who completely and utterly like all. Oh. Why does that even matter? Like, who cares if a guy is masculine or not? Fish is an animal. Yeah, fish is not... As a vegetarian, you don't eat fish. I was trying to, like, conduct a sentence, like, put it together. I was trying to think. But yeah. Good, Corey. I'm glad to hear. Vegetarians, I understand, but people who don't eat things like eggs or milk products, I really don't understand, because full of vitamins and tasty. Well, eggs are full of cholesterol. A single egg has more cholesterol than a Hardee's thick burger, which is really, really bad. We're not supposed to be consuming outside sources of cholesterol. Yes, our bodies produce cholesterol. I mean, I was going to get to that. I skipped a... Yes, we do cholesterol as humans, but we need cholesterol so bad that our bodies produce it themselves. So when we consume outside sources of cholesterol, we kind of ruin that balance, and our bodies malfunction in a way. It's just, you know, not good for us. And it builds plaque buildup in our arteries and stuff that you don't want. So eggs are full of a lot of cholesterol and saturated fat, and also it's not ethical to consume eggs either. And then as for dairy, dairy is breast milk, and you're consuming the breast milk of a cow, but you won't consume the breast milk of your mom. So why are you not consuming the breast milk of your mom anymore, but you're consuming the breast milk of an entirely different species from a ton of different random female cows that you don't even know? That is so weird. No, I don't eat honey. I don't think I meant to block you. Some people eat fish and call themselves vegetarian. Yeah, I know. I eat like 7 eggs per week and more than 2 bars of chocolate, and I really feel good. And I think I felt good too when I was eating stuff like that as well, but that doesn't mean that it's healthy for me just because I was feeling good, and also does not mean that it's ethical and right and sustainable for the planet or my body. Just because I felt good doesn't mean that I actually was good on the inside. Yeah, pescatarian. So people who call themselves vegetarians but eat fish are actually pescatarians. Why do people think you were being serious when you said ugly people should die? Well, people are just like that in general. there's nothing wrong. I'm not going to admit that because there's a ton of things wrong with eating a hamburger. That's just a fact. And it's not just a fact because I said it was. There's environmental issues to consuming a hamburger. It affects other people on this planet because in order to get the meat for the hamburger, we have to grow all this food for those animals that get turned into a hamburger, and they eat a lot of food. So where are we going to get the land for that? We go to third world countries and take their land that they would use to grow food for themselves and their people, but we take that away from them, so they have no land to grow food, hence why they're starving, and we take that land, well, we take the food from the land that we took to feed the cows to make a hamburger. That's one thing out of so many other things that is wrong with consuming a hamburger. So I'm not going to admit something, meaning that I would be lying. I'm not going to lie and say that there's nothing wrong with eating a hamburger when there's so many things wrong with it. Yeah, that stuff tastes good, but that doesn't justify it. There's so many things that may feel good in the moment, but that doesn't mean that you do it. Or there's so many things that you want to do, but that doesn't mean that you do it because that stuff isn't good. Most people stop drinking breast milk after they can consume actual food, but then where are you going to get your milk from? You're not going to get milk because you're not a baby anymore, so why would you be consuming milk? We're not babies anymore. We don't need milk. But if you want like milk things, you can drink plant milk, like flax milk, cashew milk, coconut milk, hemp milk, almond milk, all that kind of stuff, and more too. But there are so many options, so that's where you're going to get the milk from. But you're not going to get the milk from an animal or a human because you're not a baby anymore. Milk is designed specifically for babies because it has all the nutrients that they need depending on their species, depending on the breast milk. But we're not baby cows. We don't need those nutrients. And cows don't lactate 24/7, 365. They only lactate just like any other mammal during the time of having a baby because it's specifically for their baby. But when they don't have a baby, they don't lactate. So why would we be drinking their milk? Milk is healthy and it just makes your bones a lot stronger. It actually, calcium is in milk and calcium does help make your bones stronger. But the thing about milk is that it's extremely acidic. So when it goes into Tim, thank you so much for the 50 likes. So when it goes into our body freaks out because it's so acidic. And in order to neutralize that acidity, it leaches calcium phosphate from the bones, causing weak bones. It deteriorates our bones because it eats away at our bones, weakening our bones, causing osteoporosis. There's a reason why the countries that consume the highest amounts of dairy products have the highest rates of osteoporosis. There's a correlation. That's not a coincidence. That's because they're consuming dairy. Thank you for the applause, that girl from Mars. Hey, Charlie, what's up? But yeah, you guys are helping Mike, but that's what happens. Even though that's what they tell us, which is so ridiculous, but unfortunately, that's what happens. I have stomach issues, but the good thing is that calcium is easily found in plants, so you don't need it from cow's milk. It's not the only source of it. And also it just counteracts too. It's just bad. It may have some nutrients like protein and calcium, but also about that protein, it's animal protein. It's not plant protein. So there's a difference between animal protein and plant protein. And animal protein has TMAO. I was about to say HCl. It has TMAO, cholesterol, saturated fat, IGF-1, all these kind of things, and it's just not good for you. You don't want that from a protein. So it's low quality protein. What advice do you have for vegans in the Navy when the ship is out to sea and the food choices? The ghost, I suggest going on YouTube and just finding people who are in the Navy or were in the Navy and were vegan at the time or are vegan. Because I'm pretty sure there's like a few videos on it at least, and they talked about it. Because I don't really know. Like, I would love to give you advice on that, but I have no clue. I know that you can make it happen, but I don't have any experience with it or really any knowledge. So I suggest like searching YouTube videos and like finding people who have been through that who are vegan. What do you think of the news bringing up the YouTube was a vegan activist? Well, I tweeted about this, and just because someone's vegan does not make them a good person automatically. They can still have mental issues. Just because you're vegan, it's not going to cure your depression. It's not going to cure your mental issues. It's not going to cure all these things. Veganism is not this cure-all thing. It can help with things. But also, just because you're vegan does not mean that you're even eating healthy to where it would even have the ability to cure something if that was your goal. It's more about ethics. But people who aren't vegan shoot up places all the time and no one points out the fact that, oh, they're not vegan, that's why they did it, that's not the case. Like, even vegans do stuff like that. But that does not make them a good person automatically because they're vegan. Just like if someone isn't vegan, that doesn't automatically make them a bad person. Unless, of course, they know what they're doing and they're perfectly fine with it and they think it's funny. That's psychotic. That's something else. But people who aren't really aware, that don't make the connection, they're not bad people. But yeah, vegans aren't perfect. It's not about perfection. And also, like, she's still a person. Just because she's vegan does not make her a god, does not make her this great person. And it's such a surprise. Oh my god, who would shoot up a place? And they're vegan. They're supposed to be perfect. Like, no, that's not what it's about. Yeah, being vegan doesn't control all your thoughts and actions. I mean, there are other vegans that probably a lot of us know of who aren't her, who are on social media, who aren't really the best of people, and they cause drama, and they're rude, and they're mean, and unnecessary things online that they post. But just because they're vegan does not automatically make them a good person, or just because someone's vegan does not mean that I automatically like them. Just because someone's vegan does not mean that you automatically like them well. So, it's not like her being vegan caused her to shoot at people and cause harm. You know? Because there are plenty of people who aren't vegan that do that all the time. But that doesn't mean that if they were vegan, that would stop them. Simi, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for the 100 likes. Ruinhead, I hate that too. Because they never point out, like, for example, Nicholas Cruz, they didn't point out the fact that he isn't vegan. They weren't like, oh, by the way, he's not vegan. But when the person is vegan, they point it out. And I know veganism is the minority. It's getting better, but it still is the minority. So, like, I can see why they would point it out, but it doesn't make a difference. Just like if someone is Asian, or they're black, or they're gay, that doesn't make a difference in their actions. Like, not at all. It's not gonna automatically make them a good person or a bad person. What's the best answer to why are you vegan? I think everyone's different. I don't think that there is a right or wrong, best or terrible answer to it. I just think that's a personal thing, you know? Anything to make vegans look bad, yeah. But at the same time, the head of YouTube, when Casey was interviewing him, was talking, Casey was like, what more YouTubers do you want to see? And he goes, I want to see more female creators, one. And two, he also said that he wants to see more educational content. And then he added on, not just any kind of educational content, but vegan educational content. That was the head of YouTube that said that, you guys. And he said that because his daughter was trying to convince him and his wife to allow her to go vegan. And at first he wasn't really convinced, but then she watched a bunch of YouTube videos apparently on veganism and how to convince your parents, and she convinced him, and he was very, very impressed enough to say that we need more vegan content on YouTube, and that's the head of YouTube. So, where did that thing go? I think that's pretty cool. This is way off topic, but is... Oh my goodness, Simi, I don't know if you saw my new video today that I just posted like 2 hours ago. But I was talking about my hair color, and this isn't my natural hair color. My natural hair color is a little lighter, but that's so funny that you asked me that because I just talked about that in today's video. Game Changers movie? Is that a Dan Schneider movie from Nickelodeon? Is that like the movie spin-off of the show? Illusionist. Oh my goodness. Okay, Illusionist said the best thing. Molly, if you're listening, Illusionist said the best answer is, why are you not vegan? They won't have it. Well, Ruinhead, just, I mean, being vegan doesn't automatically mean that you're healthy, but make sure that you're getting all your nutrients and vitamins and calories and all the things required to be able to... I'm gonna burp. I can't burp on command, by the way. That was just from drinking water. Yes, Chloe, let me know what you think. Game Changers guy who did What the Hell? It's a documentary. I'm talking about a Nickelodeon children's sitcom. Oh my god, I can't. They won't have it. Okay. So yeah, just be your healthiest self. Obviously, if you still are a junk food vegan, just make sure you're getting in enough calories and make sure you are still eating whole plant foods. And, just lead by example. And also do your research too. So when people try to challenge you, or maybe they're not even just challenging you, maybe they're just asking you questions. When people do that, you have the facts ready to go. So people can't tell you otherwise. You're ready to go. If you can answer why you pay into the system that harms and murders innocent living beings other than just for taste, say why I don't. Wait, I'm confused, Illusionist. Chloe said to Mike, but they kill it themselves without weapons and don't have farms. Oh yeah, Mike, yeah. That's why animals eat other animals to survive. It's for survival. They're not evolved like we are, like what a lot of people like to say, which is true, we are evolved. We're the superior species in that way. But we're not superior enough to decide who lives and who dies, but we're superior enough to get past that, to where we can thrive on not causing unnecessary harm and death upon other fellow sentient beings. That is us being superior, because we have the privilege and we've evolved enough to be able to do that, to where we have those vegan cruelty-free options in abundance. But those animals that eat other animals don't have that. So they're surviving. It's completely different. So that doesn't justify it. Yeah, our digestive systems aren't meant for consuming animal flesh either. Our digestive tracts are super, super long compared to those of omnivores or carnivores. Theirs are short. That's why meat gets backed up into our bodies, and that's why we need fiber in order to, get our food out, because our digestive tracts are so long. And meat takes so long to digest for us, and it causes all these other things, not just, it taking a while to digest. But, yeah. I remember a time I thought you were forward, but now I love it. Oh, Chloe! Well, also, my style of videos have definitely changed with my tone of things. Obviously, my style of videos have changed. So I'm doing more, like, beauty things and, like, food things. But even when I do those, like, reaction videos or something like that. Like, the Blair White thing, when I'm talking about another person, I really don't want to be rude. I don't want to be trolly. I don't want to be sarcastic, because people take it the wrong way, and it's just not good. And people get like actually like really hurt by it, which I can't help. That's not my fault. But at the same time, I still want to be able to evolve and do better each time and learn, rather than just being like, whatever. So that's why I've changed it up. I'm still forward, but it's in a different way. That makes sense. Cody, thanks for the puppy. The whole "a tiger does it so we can do it," or "a tiger does it, so does that make the tiger terrible" argument is, yeah, it just, it doesn't make the tiger terrible, because they're surviving. They're not humans. They haven't evolved like we do, and I don't expect them to. We have the option to not cause unnecessary harm and death upon sentient beings. And by sentient, I mean they're just like us. What do I think about Blair? I didn't watch the video. I have no idea. People are always talking about it, but I'm like, whatever. Like, this happens. I'm so used to it. I rather focus on, like, companies that are vegan, that are making a lot of money and doing cool things and making moves, rather than people who are no longer plant-based. I think it is a good topic, because, especially if they're big, it gets people talking, for sure. But at the same time, I'm just, ugh. You've grown up so much and matured. I've spoken to you a few times on here, and you're so kind-hearted. Honestly, you should be proud. Thank you, Illusionist. You're so sweet. I really, really appreciate that. She basically said she has been vegan for 10 years and started feeling sick, and I guess went to the doctor and found out that she was deficient in a lot of things. Well, then change up what you're eating. I don't know exactly what she's eating, so it's kind of hard for me to comment and have an opinion on things. But being vegan doesn't mean you just eat two things. Like, there are so many different things to eat. So many different options. So many different ways you can go about things. Like, even if you're eating animal products, you can still be deficient in so many things. That's not like it's gonna save everything. She would have to take supplements or stop being vegan. And she said, with all the hormones I mean, I understand that. I respect that. With all the hormones she's taking, she doesn't want to take any more stuff. I get that. I respect that. But at the same time, you don't have to do that. I know I'm not her, but I just think that's ridiculous. Change up what you're eating. Like, was she eating all whole plant foods? Was she making sure she was getting enough? Was she making sure, like, getting her blood work done and then seeing what happened and then mixing it up? Like, was there any trial and error? I don't know. I don't want to just assume her situation and what she did when she was plant-based, but at the same time, okay, so that happens. But are you really eating as healthy as you can? Or are you just vegan and you're just blaming it on veganism, which doesn't automatically make you healthy? That's about ethics. You're vegan for the planet, the animals, and the people. You're not vegan for yourself. You're plant-based for yourself, but you're not vegan for yourself. Because being vegan isn't always something that I want to do. It's not always the most convenient thing. I want this shoes. Oh, wait, there's leather in them. Oh, I want this coat. Oh, there's fur on it. Of course, I want that, but I don't buy it. I don't support it because it's wrong. So I'm not doing that for me because I want that, but I don't want it. I mean, I do want it, but I don't get it. I don't support it because it's wrong. And that's why I'm vegan, because it's not for me. It's for everyone else. Melissa, thank you so much for the 30 likes. Hi, Michael. I guess she said she's still keeping all her products and everything else vegan, but well, that's great. I think that's wonderful. But then again, did she look at what she was eating? And was she eating whole plant foods, or was she eating Veggie Grow and Dea and Chow and Beyond Meat? Like, if you're eating that stuff, yeah, you might be deficient in a lot of things. Just like you might be deficient in a lot of things if you're eating McDonald's and potato chips and French fries and stuff. But that doesn't mean that you're vegan, but you still can be deficient. Hi, Cynthia. Live Healthy Movement, thank you so much for inviting your fans. She said she was eating whole plant foods, but yeah, I don't know either. Like, I wasn't there, so. Live Healthy Movement, thank you so much for the 50 likes. And also, maybe the food combined. I know that's more technical, but especially if you're dealing with that so much. And you know what? I bet when she starts eating animal products, I'm not just going to, like, just assume and accuse, but my theory is when she starts eating animal products, is she going to get her... No, not my theory. I'm sorry. My question is, when she starts eating animal products, is she going to go back to the doctor and get her blood work done and see if she's deficient still? Or just assume that she's not because she's eating animal products and that's just the way to go because it wasn't working by eating plants? I think that's what she should do. At least that's what I would do in that. I mean, I wouldn't go back to eating animal products in the first place, but if I was her in that situation, and I did for some reason, because I'm her, choose to eat animal products after years of not consuming them, I would make sure to go back and actually see if it is helping. There are so many people out there that tarnish the veganism name and definition. It's kind of like Nick Picato after he went back to eating animal products, his health declined. Yeah, exactly. And that's just proof right there. I mean, that's just one person, so it's not accurate. But he was like freaking out about his health. Then he starts, even then he was eating like vegan junk food too. So like, yeah, your health is not going to be the best. Veganism is not about health. Just because it doesn't have animal products in it does not automatically make it healthy. There is someone in my class who says they are vegan but doesn't care about cruelty-free stuff and house fur. Oh, well, they're not vegan. I definitely think she needs to do more research and just take one. Yeah, I hope she does a follow-up video, for sure. I think that would be interesting, rather than just making a video that she knows is going to get views. And maybe she didn't just make it for the views. Maybe she also made it because she just wants to share. You know, I respect that. But I hope she does a follow-up video where she's like, okay, these are my results. This is what happened. I went back to eating animal products. And these are my blood test results. I think that would be interesting. Thank you for becoming a fan. She was very calm and rational and not bashing at all of veganism. That's good. Which was refreshing as compared to other... Yeah. Definitely. There is someone in my class... Oh, I already read that. I know people like her give vegans a bad name, and she should say plant-based. Yeah. Well, I'm not into people being able to buy like all these guns that really shouldn't be legal to buy, because it's like, what's the point? It's not, you don't need all that to protect yourself at your house. That's probably for a different reason. But it's kind of like the same thing, kind of like the same thing, not the exact same thing, but it's kind of like the same thing with people like people who shoot up schools and like just shoot up places that just like go wild and just do illegal things with guns, like giving guns just in general a bad name. Now, I'm not like for like having guns so you can do all that, or like hunting and stuff like that, but if it's for protecting your home and protecting yourself and your property, I get that. So I can see how like, oh, that gives us a bad name, them feeling that way. But that's just gonna happen. That's just, I guess, human nature, and it happens in a lot of different scenarios, not just with veganism. Corey, look at you! I hate when people try to joke about meat and animal products. Like, I'll say no thank you to meat or whatever, and people will be like, come on, it's so good. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's good, but it's not good for the planet, it's not good for my body. It may be good to my taste buds, to my mind, but it's not good for the planet, it's not good for the animals, it's not good for the people, and it's not good for my body. But I can get that exact same flavor and texture from plants. Yeah, it's not as readily available, but when I really want it, I'll make it happen. But no one, like, as a vegan, vegans are not denying that stuff, some people are, but not all of them, not all of us are denying that meat tastes good. I loved that stuff. Now, maybe not so much, but a replica of it, yeah. And a lot of stuff you can't taste the difference. I'm not talking about like black bean burgers. I'm talking about stuff that really tastes like dead animal. Yeah, your taste buds definitely change though. And it tastes awful. Yeah, your taste buds definitely change. But it's not like we went vegan because we were like, ooh, this stuff tastes so gross. Like, that's probably so rare as to why someone went vegan, because they think animal products taste gross. Let's be real. It was either their health, it was either the planet, it was either the animals, it was either the people. It was never, oh, that stuff tastes gross, so I'm gonna be vegan. Obviously, I wouldn't want to eat that stuff now, even if it was ethical for some reason, and it didn't kill and cause unnecessary harm upon sentient beings. I still wouldn't want to put that in my mouth because it would probably taste repulsive. But at the time, I didn't stop eating that stuff. I ate the vegan versions of that stuff. I just didn't like what it would do to the body. And also, eventually down the line, then I learned about the ethics, and I did what it did in the animals and the people. I do, Illusionist. I love it too. This is a really good broadcast. We're having like some good content here. They just want to fit in, I guess. Being vegan isn't necessarily fitting in though. I mean, it's less of a minority now, but it still is a minority, like I said earlier in this broadcast. But like, fitting in with what? Like 2 people in the class? And then they're not even, like, when those 2 people can totally see right through it that you're not vegan. Oh, that was another thing Blair said, that she hated being the one that stood out in the group settings for eating. Yeah, I don't really care about that. I know that everyone's different, and I respect that. But at the same time, it's just like, I want to be the one to stand out for that, because I want to stand against the oppression and the violence and the harm and the sexual assault that goes on to produce those animal products. Even if everyone else is supporting it, I don't care if I'm out for that. I'm not standing out for being a bad person. I don't care. I'm not standing out for being an asshole asshole to the waiter. I'm not standing out being a douchebag to a person and being mean. I'm not standing out for that. I'm standing up for what is right. And I think that's amazing. I don't ever feel bad or ashamed or embarrassed or not confident in going out to eat with people or talking to a waiter or calling a restaurant and seeing what they could offer. Don't ever feel bad for that. Do I think genetically modifying plants is ethical? Because I don't know. I don't know that much about it. I try to stay from genetically modified foods, but I don't know much about it. I just know that it's not the best for my health, and that's why I stay away from it. But it's not something that I really excel in understanding. Let's check the giveaway. You guys, I have a giveaway going on my Instagram at Sorcia Morava, and it's a really good giveaway. So definitely check it out. I had the whole emo scene phase at 15 too. What is that in response to? I'm so confused. Back from the gym, look at you. That's awesome. I gotta wake up early in the morning and go to the gym. 12 hours from now, because it's 5:30 now, and I have to wake up at 5:30. Let's see. Ooh, what did I miss? Maybe they want to stand out as a member of a minority, right? Like I used to be. Oh, I see, Chloe. I used to try being emo when I was 15 to stand out. Yeah, I could see that. But like usually people, especially around that age, will do that anyway. So it's not even like standing out. It's like a typical phase at that age. Like, why does history repeat itself? I wanted to enter your giveaway. Simi, still enter. Still enter and just don't get those products. Just give the grapefruit products away. Because that's just 2 products out of the 8. So, yeah, just give those away or something like that. Let's see. Look at Corey. That's like saying, I'm not a thief, but I'll steal every once in a while because I'm not that strict about that. I love that analogy. That's really true. That girl from Mars, do it afterwards. Don't worry about it now. You still have time. It has Illusionist, definitely. Big time, which is amazing. But, you know, we just gotta still keep communicating about the ethics rather than just that it's healthier. Because I think it's not just about health. I mean, I know it's not just about health. It's not something you think about. Look at me just being so dramatic with putting on my lip balm. I'm like, oh my goodness. Not sure if it's from veganism, but I used to get bad hay fever every year. None this year. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, who knows? Maybe just certain nutrients that you're getting now as a vegan that you weren't getting before. Age. Maybe circumstances in life. It has nothing to do with veganism. Who knows? But that's great to hear. Did I see the protest that James asked me? Yeah, I heard about it. I didn't actually like watch the videos, but I scrolled through and saw it on Instagram. Oh, this profile's pretty. Yes, Chloe, it is. To be fair, no matter why you're vegan, as long as you're vegan, yeah, exactly. As long as you stick to it, like for the rest of your life, and it is a lifestyle. Who cares? Where did I get the vegan activism stickers? I got it from a vegan meetup. But the stickers are from Direct Action, so I'm sure you can get like a bunch of them for free from their website. I know PETA gives out free stickers, and you just sign up for the mailing list, and they'll send you stickers. They're not as cool as the Direct Action ones, but they are vegan stickers, which is really, really cool. Maybe Mercy for Animals also has them, but they are stickers from Direct Action. Yes, that girl from Mars, do it. Sammy, thank you for becoming a fan. I know, I want to get some more of those stickers though, because they're so good. We'll stick them on more animal products. Like, I wonder I wonder who picked it up and what they thought. I wonder if it was like an employee. That girl from Mars, thank you so much for the 400 likes. I wonder if it was an employee or if it was a customer. Like, I want to know. And I wonder if it was a customer, if they realized it right away or realized it when they got home. I love that so much. I need to do that more often. Like, it's so good. And I have it on a highlight on my Instagram, and I gotta add more to it. I only have one clip on that, which is that one where I stuck it on the milk carton. So, I gotta do more. Naomi! Do I plan on going out and doing videos whilst out and about? I was thinking it would be so cool to do what Joey Carbstrong recently did, where he went like undercover, even though it was shot so nicely, undercover to like a dairy farm. I want to do that. I should go to like, but I might have to pay. Ew. I was thinking of like going to like a dairy farm like tour type thing, because I know that and they're gonna just like make it like so romanticized, even though it looks terrible. And I was just like, this is the truth, and like explain everything and be like, this is the rape rack. It's called a rape rack, and people get mad at me when I say that, like, they're being raped, when the industry calls them rape racks, and I'm the one that's insane for calling it rape, when in fact it is. I just can't even. Is my phone still charging? Okay, good. This cord has just been so annoying. I bought a new cord, and it's being weird. That girl from Mars, do it! And when you do, send me photos. I would love to see them. That would be so fun. You should. I want to go to a sanctuary really, really bad. Naomi, thank you so much for the 50 likes. Oh, I meant to close that. People don't want to know about the cruel industry and harm they pay into cognitive dissonance. Yeah. I still have my veganism school presentation. Yes! That reminds me, people send me some, like, essays they write or presentations and, like videos that they make for their class. Either they're, like, in high school or college. And, like, I feel really, really bad because, like, I haven't opened them. I'm, like, so stressed now. I'm hating everything. I need to get to that. Oh my god, I feel really, really bad. Because, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check that out tonight. And, like, that's been, like, a while ago. And it was, like, a few people. Not all at once, but, like, throughout. And now I feel really bad. I need to stay on top of that. I have a friend that gets mad at me when I tell her where her meat comes from. And I'm just like, but you're not mad about how it got on your plate. Yeah. I love how people get mad about it. Like, you're not even doing anything wrong. I know I'm not their teacher, but they're sharing it with me because they want me to see it. It's not that they want me to even give an opinion or anything like that. They just want to share it with me. And now I feel bad. Because they took the time to write it, and a lot of times they're like, you were my inspiration. And I feel bad because now I just realized that I didn't open them, even though I was like, I told myself, I'm going to watch this tonight, or I'm going to open this tonight, and I didn't. Yes, Sammy, I want to do that so bad. Everyone, make sure you hit that fan button So, I feel really short. So you know when I'm going live next. This was so much fun. We had so much like good conversations. I got kind of sassy on there, so I apologize for that. But I had so much hope you had fun as well, and were entertained one way or another, either if you don't like me or if you do like me. I hope that this broadcast brought some light to your day. And I just posted a new video. Rodeos are terrible. I mean, if there's animals involved, because that's just not cool. Molly, thank you for becoming a fan. I would love to visit Canada. I never have, but I would love to. But I posted a new video today. So after this broadcast, it's youtube.com/Sorsha, S-O-R-S-H-A. And I'm so proud of it. I had a lot of fun making it. I'm proud of just like this whole week because I posted Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Next week, I'm probably just gonna post 2 videos, and then the following week 3 videos again. I might just go on that schedule. I don't know, but when I do post, it's on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And illusionist. I don't know. Because I think it just didn't make sense, like obnoxious and YouTube censoring and, you know, combination of all those things. But I still carb it up all the time. I would love to come to the UK. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Check out my new video. And in the meantime, until I broadcast next, fan me so you know I'm live next. Hopefully it'll notify you. Someone said didn't notify them, and that made me really, really sad. I think... Was it Beep Boop? Curious this year for school about ethics. Oh, that's really cool. Look at you interviewing people. But yeah, in the meantime, until I broadcast next time, I will be on Instagram and Twitter, which is both at SorshaMrava, S-O-R-S-H-A, and more AVA. Same as my username here on YouNow. I don't know if my username is above me on the screen that I'm pointing to, because it is above me from my perspective. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. We had a lot of good conversations on this broadcast. But I'll see you guys next time. Have a good evening or whatever the time of the day it is, wherever you are. Bye!